live on all platforms. The meeting is being recorded. Okay.
There we go.
Because we live, y'all. It be going on in the moment. I'm watching the Real Shit No Joke show. I got my girl, Miss Bikini Body at my side. We gonna pray for Nicole Spain. We don't know where she at, but God bless it all as well. And we have a fantastic guests that have come through. We got Miss So Extra, Miss Nicole Phoenix up there flying as she do.
What?
And Sauce in the City's own Brenda Brown. And we talking about women in entertainment today, ladies. That's what it's all about. So we're gonna welcome y'all guys to the show. We're gonna keep it going. And we're gonna do a mental check-in. This is when we go around, give a little bit of what we're going through, how we feeling, and what's your number. And that's where we at. Bikini, do you want to lead us in?
I gotta go sideways for this because wow. I mean, I don't even yeah. So the last since I left work at 4:30, my mental health check-in was at an 8. I was good. Woo! And then I got in the car. And then Philadelphia came. And then there's a possum in my ceiling. Number one. We were supposed to have another guest, Miss Lisa Lawrence of Lola Irie Productions, was supposed to come, but she still has a contractor at her home. That's a 2 down. Then I come in. And then Mark wants to surprise me with a thesis that came out of nowhere for me to learn with my DeVry freaking college education for 13 seconds, mind you, about how to do Zoom meetings and admin. Yay! And then my ceiling started leaking. So,
wait a minute. The last part was your ceiling started leaking?
And then my ceiling started leaking. And then that wasn't the last part, Jay. And then I had a mango Rita in a cup, and then the cup went, and so now my rug is drinking my Rita. So I'm a 2, I'm a 2, 1, 2, I'm a 2. Help me. Somebody help me. Jay. Ooh, Father Lord.
All right, well, Miss So Extra and Miss Austin, you see how we do. We put it out there. We raw, we real shit, no joke. So let us know how you feeling. And apparently hold nothing back.
Nothing.
Miss Sauce in your city, Miss Brenda, what's your number today? I think your mic is off, darling.
I am so very glad to be here. So thank you, Miss J. Monet, for inviting me. You know what? Nobody ever asked me how I feel. 500 comedians strong, and nobody calls me and says, you know what, Brenda, how do you feel? And I'm like, you know what? So now that y'all have asked, I feel excited about my life right now. Yeah, I'm loving it. You know, I'm coming up on my 500th virtual episode here. And so I'm feeling good. Like I have my friends, you know, Miss J. Monet came to my show, lit it up with her smile and her personality. Everybody, you know, she didn't come back the next episode because I know she had this to do, but I was like, you know what? She coming. Don't y'all worry. We got it. But now I'm here with her. And I'm like, well, y'all need to come visit her. Inbox her.
That's it. We keep it flowing. We keep it going.
So I'm feeling good. So thanks, ladies. Y'all looking good. And shout out to the producer of your show. And I don't know that yet. By the end, I'll know. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
I don't even know what just happened. Miss So Extra was there.
She's here.
Miss So Extra. Where you at, baby girl?
Physically reporting from the planet of Brooklyn. Very excited. This is my first time in New York City in over a year and a half. So super, super exciting because Bikini, I was with you in Philly. They play, like they really play.
Girl.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I started saying I'm blessed and highly flavored, a little sweet, a little salty. You know what I mean? Just like,
okay.
But I feel good. I'm gonna stay right down the middle. I'm a 5. I'm nice and solid. I can't say I'm doing great or terrible. It's only 6 p.m. We don't know where the evening gonna take us. So
come on now.
You know what I mean? Ready. receiving whatever New York City got for me tonight. I'm ready because
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just feeling good. So all right, maybe a 6. We'll give it a 6.
See how I just keep inching up little by
You
little.
see that?
Bikini had a 4 already. I see it.
Okay,
He had a 4.
look, I was doing
He
this.
had
I
a
was taking
4.
some of your numbers. I was like, oh, I'm receiving that. Let me get one.
Let's see.
Yes, I'm at a 3.
Absolutely.
Come on
We're
now.
good.
Yes. Yes.
I am loving this. I am loving y'all. I am
I
I'm going
wanna
to rock
know.
out
Yes,
with my
Jay.
1,000 like I do. I'm gonna rock out with that because it can't be nothing less. Like it just can't. They say don't say that word, like it can't. Whatever the situation is, you got an opportunity to make that thing better. And whatever you happy with, what's the problem? So you are always in control and recognizing that God gives us the opportunity to be in control. How can you not have some high numbers? Even when that stuff happened that's crazy, you got to be lifted. I was telling Bikini, I said, yo, this mantra of mine, this thing that I say every day, don't let nothing or no one, including yourself, get in your way. That BS, yo, she knock on my head every day. So every day it's different situations where I feel like, oh, I don't feel like it. Why? And then because you're not going to let nothing and no one, including yourself, get in your way. Remember that. That's what you're telling them. You're going to live that. So it just pushes my numbers up because I know that I'm in control of this thing. You know, when you're sad and you're depressed, you're in control of that. It's different situations that you're thinking about, or it's different, you know, problems that you've gone through that you're allowing to weigh you down. And either one, they've already passed, so you've lived through it, or two, you have the ability to get through it. So don't weigh your head down. Bring it a little bit higher because the air up here is a little clearer, and for some reason you think a little better. So keep your numbers high. Keep them high. I'm going to rock out my 1,000. That's what's up. And I'm so grateful that we have these wonderful guys. I mean, like, when people say nice things about you and you don't pay them, it's like it blows your mind. It's like somebody really feels that way about you. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with my 1,000 because if Miss Brenda can feel that from me, then you know what, everybody else need to get that from me. And I deserve that myself to feel good. We each deserve to feel good.
Yeah,
so
and you know what? I want to give this to you, Miss J. Monet. Someone told me this a long time ago. They were like, I don't know why you're surprised when people are nice to you, because every time somebody did something nice for me, I'd be like, oh my God, really me? Really me? You know, and he was like, why are you surprised? And so I said, he goes, you should be surprised when people are not nice to you.
No, that's real. Real shit.
Wow.
Real shit. I think for whatever reason, we become comfortable with accepting that negativity. Yeah. And again, in different ways and aspects of our life, we allow it to weigh us down. However, we are all in the world of entertainment and we're moving and we're shaking. So apparently those things that so many others have gone through and that we have gone through, we're able to give them a little bit, hopefully, of insight. That's what we look to do on the show. We look to provide hope and happiness and harmony, all through a little bit of humor.
That's right.
You know, so hopefully that's what somebody will receive today, and they'll look at different situations and feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what leads us into this. We have a segment that we call Cut the Shit. Yeah. So we ask everybody get some scissors, some knives, because it's time to cut the shit.
Wait a minute. Gotta get my
We need our listeners that's on Sadior podcast. We need our YouTube viewers. We need our Facebook viewers. Y'all need to get your scissors, your knives, so y'all can cut the shit with us. It's some of those things that weigh us down, and we learn to cut and untether ourselves. The higher we'll be and the better we'll be. So we got to cut the shit. We're going to all go around and just speak about something. We want to cut the shit. And us as just sisters, we want to support you. Cut.
Woo, cut it up.
What? There's so much that be going on, and people just need to stop. Cut that shit. Nicole, what you thinking about? I don't want you to say what you want to cut just yet, because I need Bikini to be here. But I want to know what you're thinking about, because I see your brain over there.
That's the thing about my face. Like, I realized that I just be over here, like, I'm listening. I'm an active listener. You know what I mean? So I literally won't be saying a word, but my face is doing all kinds of things. You do it? Y'all right? It's like my brain just, it works out loud. You see what I'm saying? Like, my brain
believe that.
In real time. I can't front. I can't hide nothing. And so I think that's the biggest thing. That's what I'm thinking about is like, you know, you got to cut out trying to think about, oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. But I was literally just listening.
No,
just
you can go ahead and roll right into it. Bikini right there. She getting them Gensu knives. She really got all about to see something.
What?
Oh.
What time is it?
Time to cut the shit.
Ooh, we coming from
That's
angles.
what you guys say.
We ain't got time. Cut the shit. Real shit, no joke. Okay.
Real shit, no joke.
Listen. So Nicole, Miss Phoenix, Miss So Extra Raw. Tell them what you was cutting, boo, because truth be told, I went to go get the knives to go cut the shit. And then the possum came out the wall and was like, bitch, what? And I was like, only these knives, just these. I'm cool, just these knives. Yeah.
All right. Now that I'm safely outside of the city limits, I'm gonna speak to the city of Philadelphia from Brooklyn. Yeah, because I'm safely, I won't be back for a few more days. So I feel like
PSA, turn this up. Real shit, no joke exclusive. Miss So Extra.
We finally back into the world, right? Kind of, sort of. Like, we finally coming back. People are doing things. Not everybody, but we getting back into the world. And I need Phillies to cut the shit with being rude and withholding. Don't do that shit. So we're not doing it this summer. Murder rate's about to be through the sky. We're not doing it. We're not going to act like we're the only people on the road. We're not going to act like we're the only people on the subway. We're not going to act like we're the only people in the street. We're a community. We're a group of people. We are human beings. And we're not going to come back after a year of sitting in the musty crib just to come out and be nasty to each other. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're doing little things to make each other's day lovely. We're picking up a piece of trash even if we didn't drop it. You know what I mean? We're holding the door for the next person behind us. We letting somebody go. We're not cutting people off. We are not being self-serving people this summer. We are going to thrive together. I'm not doing it with y'all. This is for the comedy community and every single human being walking, and the dogs too. Everybody
can get it. Everybody, Nicole said, everybody could get it.
I'm tired of it. Y'all know me. A bitch got manners, and I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm you tired. I'm you back in Philly. I got your energy. She said, cut this. If you're a comedian, cut that shit.
Good morning. Hello. How are you?
Why are you stabbing somebody?
Well, because I feel like if someone says good morning and you go, cut that shit out.
Stop.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is received with good morning. How are you? Oh, I'm doing well. Or, oh, you know what? I just had crappy coffee, but you know what? God got me something. Not just
keep it moving. But the I just feel like everybody keep passing their little nasty attitudes along to other people. Stop. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Whatever happens, it's over.
Sauce in the City, you out there in Vegas. What you think about what Nicole say? You have any issues like that going on?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it over here because it's like we don't have to fight people. Like, there is enough out here for everybody. There's like 3 billion people. I think it's 3 billion people. Like, there's enough out here. Your funny or your business doesn't have to be like the next person's. So I feel her. Don't be mad. Like, why are you passing on bad energy? It's already bad enough. Like, now we not gonna work together on top of coming out of COVID? No. On top of coming out of number 45? Come on, like now is the time that, sisters, this is my first time actually seeing all people that look like me and getting along. And it warms my soul because I was like, where was y'all? I felt lonely out here. I was like, where are my people? So yes, I'm with you, Nicole. Cut the shit. You don't
Yes.
have to be mean. Like, let's just get along. We can
Yes.
do this. We can do
Yeah.
it.
We can do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna write that. We can
Yes.
do this.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yes. Yes, that
Yeah.
should be the tagline.
That's what I say in traffic. I said, we can do this, y'all, if we would all just work together.
Yes.
You got somebody on the
Oh.
side like, you know what?
Now
Yeah, we
you sit
can
on
do
your
this.
shoulder not going
We can do
nowhere.
this, yo. Jump about that car, yo, because we can do this.
We can
You act
do
like you done said something other than a word, chick. I'ma cut
can-
your shit. We can do
one
this.
or two ways.
I'm sorry. She just popped up because
That's
It
funny.
was
That's
me.
me
However,
in the
though, I
car.
mean, but wait a minute. Everything that all y'all just said was inspiring and beautiful and wonderful utopia. However, you got somebody that just woke up, you know what? They just found out they fired. You got somebody that just woke up and someone's loved
So
ones
what?
just died.
Mhm.
And they're trying to, I guess, process that situation. And sometimes people's feelings are raw. So how do we help people to understand to get through those feelings and still deal with people? You know what I mean? Because we
Doing
don't
the
know the
same thing we
mindset
talked
of
about.
anyone, like they don't know our mindset. So they may not be in that joy, happy, ha, what? They may just call
Right.
the bank and found out everything is seized. And they
Right.
don't know what the
Yeah.
hell. They just came out and the car was gone. Maybe I'm thinking about shit has happened in my past. I don't really know. But I'm just saying I had heard. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what
I
about
feel
those?
you.
I get that.
feel
I get
you.
that.
Yes.
I'm with you, Nicole. She about to say what I'm about to say. She about to say it. I can
Uh-huh.
feel it in
No.
her. Come on, Nicole. You about
The
to say
only
it. Go
thing
on,
is,
girl.
you continue to be kind to that person, right? You don't let someone else's attitude dictate how you're going to treat them. And that's something that like used to be a thing, but now it's not a thing because now you just, calibrate yourself to whoever you're in front of. So if you an asshole, I'm an asshole. If you're a jerk, I'm a jerk. If I think you're a good person, I'm going to choose to be a good person. No, your morals and who you are and how you treat people, this is it. This is your bar. So just because somebody came at you with this nastiness, that does not mean that you all of a sudden have to get down with them and roll around and get dirty too and be angry and stinky all day. No.
That's it.
You can still just be like, all right, well, have a good one. And let them do that. And let them go on about their business.
Yes.
But even coming back with that nastiness, that's not compassion. In a moment, you might be going, like, it's hard, right? But if we all try, maybe, I'm a hippie at heart. I can't.
It's all about love.
We can do this.
I'm a Libra. Everybody be nice to each other.
So,
You can weigh it out.
We're going to go to the next person. However, I want to ask each of you, once everyone finished, like what helps you in the morning to start off your day or in the evening, because maybe you work at night. What starts you off that puts you in a mindset that you're able to deal with the people and keep you where you're focused? All right, so Bikini, do you want to go next to cut your shit, or do we want to go to Sauce in the City?
All I want to say is,
why should I play with you here?
Because I got tangled in the whole what you do in the morning, and I'm like, what do you do in order to get through these people? You breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, don't stay away too long. I start singing, humming.
Okay.
Before I beat a bitch ass, I will hum. Instead of remember Christopher Guy, I won't slap her bitch. I'll shake the shit out of her. I won't do that. I'll hum the shit out of you. I'll hum the shit out of you. That's a Now we understand why grandma did that. Let's do it together. Y'all ready?
Well, wait a minute. Now you're shaking your whole head and everything with it. Like you really feel that thing.
It's all gotta go, all of it, because I'm shaking it all off. I gotta. Because I want people in Philadelphia and those that have people that live at home, that have people that are family members, whether you are special needs, whether you are needing full-on health assistance, whether you need partial assistance. If you are a home care aide and you are getting paid, clocking in and knowing your ass there at your own house, but not at the client's house, cut that shit out. Because what I found out today is that one of my nurse caregivers is making $92,000 last year, and the bitch was hardly at work.
Whoa.
$92,000 caregiving fucking dollars. And she wasn't at the house more than 40% of the time. So
maybe the client like being outside.
Huh?
Maybe the client like being outside.
Thank you for my point too. Care for the clients. I'm gonna need y'all to stop telling these caregivers you want to cut checks with them. Cut the shit and stop cutting checks. Get your care. And if you don't have the need for the care, get them hours back, because somebody definitely does need it that did have COVID, that did have a family member that passed away, that does have knee surgery, that does have diabetes and needs some assistance, that is alone. So I need y'all to cut the shit. Stop faking these fucking dollars and clocking in for shit you know you're not working for, when people are out there that really do need the care. Like Nicole said in my bottom corner, because that's where she's at in my screen. I'm gonna need y'all to say good morning. I'm gonna need y'all to cut the shit and stop being liars when it comes to the health and care of people, and actually fucking give a care. Cut the shit and stop stealing money.
Ooh.
Okay. Cut the shit. Because most of y'all got pandemic checks and I ain't getting none of them. I didn't apply for nothing. And I didn't get nothing.
Man.
I ain't apply for nothing. And I also didn't get nothing. I ain't getting $92,000. You get it? You get it?
I wouldn't be here. Like, I'd be in like Tahiti. Yeah, cut the shit, people. If there is more money out there, like, let's cut the shit and get the money to the people, because I'm with you. You know, my mother has all those things that you mentioned, so I'm gonna need them to cut the shit, because she's gonna need some care pretty soon, because I don't lift weights, so she's gonna be in trouble, like, if I gotta like lift her up and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need them to cut the shit and get their medical care together, because we got about 5 more years and we gonna need to start, you know, cashing in on some of them debts.
Yeah. Did I just see this below the?
Absolutely. I am so much like Pinky and the Brain. Okay, is it Bikini?
Yes.
Okay, Bikini. Jay Monet knows me. Yeah, I'm like Pinky and the Brain. I always have the brain, like I'm the brain, and I always have a pinky. And we gonna take over the world. That's just how I see it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need them to stop stealing money and get the healthcare together. So when I go on vacation, I ain't even gonna call it a tour, because that sounds too hard. Hey. So when I go on vacation and make money while I'm on vacation, I'm gonna need the healthcare system to be treating my mom good, right? I'm gonna need them to be taking care of her.
Yes. So true. I'm gonna need y'all to cut the shit. Stop taking them over to the birthday place. Jay,
Nicole?
What's your cut? Oh.
I'm tired of seeing trash all over the city. Like, not the shit. Like, I don't understand. I remember growing up, and maybe, you know, it was 70s, different time, but I remember people being out there sweeping the steps and picking up, and I remember them things. And like, you just see trash, like, just blatantly in your face. Now, I understand the winds have been blowing. All right, I got you. Yeah. However, I'm talking about on the day where the sun is just shining. And I mean, there are trash can receptors. And I understand people don't get germy and all like that, but don't throw it on the ground and no one has to pick it up off the ground. Like, come on. Cut the shit. It's nasty. It looks horrible. It looks, and it doesn't even matter what part of the city you're in anymore. It's like anywhere you're driving or just walking, it's just not the best. And we gotta learn to care about ourselves. So I'm listening to what y'all guys are saying. And it's like, if we don't have respect enough to speak to someone and say, hey, how you doing? We damn sure ain't gonna pick up no trash. So I guess we gotta do baby steps with this shit. So just my cut the shit, I have to come after Nicole cut the shit. If we start speaking to each other, I guess we can work up the picking the trash up. So
it's you know, using turn signals. I'm stuck on traffic, but it's
because this traffic is trash, right, Nick?
It's
cut the shit.
Trash, like. But I agree with you. I sweep every week. The neighbors, we do it, but it's like you come outside and it's just like all over the place the very next day. So
I
I
don't
did
even
just want to
understand
point
why
out.
people like leave their trash. Like with all the crime and all the stuff that's going on in the city, I wouldn't want like my DNA nowhere. Like nowhere.
And when she says nowhere, this
No.
woman will put out a cigarette butt
You
on
put
the
it in a little
street
plastic bag.
and pick it back up and say, you ain't taking my DNA. Oh no.
I ain't playing that. Too much shit is happening.
You have a little bag of butt.
They go around picking up butts and bullets. And whoever DNA is on them butts and bullets, they asking a lot of questions. So I make sure I don't leave no butts or bullets out on the street.
All right, first 48.
Yes, first 48. Okay.
Ain't nobody, y'all see what's going on.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, Jay, you don't even put butts out, so you know the front of her house is clean.
I'm not playing them games.
Flick a butt.
I'm not. All right, we talking enough about me. We gonna move on with our guests, and we want to get to know a little bit about them.
Yes.
So again, we hand clapping. We welcome y'all guys to the show.
Can I say what I need them to cut?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, because I was waiting. They need to cut.
You was cutting the healthcare. You wanted the healthcare better.
No, I was agreeing with Bikini.
She's adding an addendum.
Right. See, look, Bikini, I did that so convincingly. She thought I went. It's all right. I didn't. Because you know I was passionate about that. Okay, no, I wish they would cut the shit and stop acting like COVID didn't happen.
Ooh.
You are still supposed to wear your mask. Follow what they say. You know what? And if you do or don't want to, okay, but stay the hell away from me. So cut the shit. Don't be up all right here when I'm at the grocery store. Like 6 feet, no press. So cut the shit. I don't care what you do over there, but when you're around me, you're going to be careful. So cut the shit. I haven't been sick all this time. I think I actually caught it in like December of 2019 before they knew what it was. I mean, I started virtual comedy in November 2019. So it looks like I was getting ready for this. Like God was preparing me. He was like, do your virtual comedy, stay out the streets, learn how to stay home by yourself and be okay with life. And so I wish everybody out there, take care of your health. It's not your business whether I got my vaccination or not. It's your business to be safe with you. Take care of your health, because I'm a damn sure take care of mine. So cut the shit.
Cut the shit.
Yes.
I also want to jump back on yours then, because I mean, wow. It feels like, to me, Great Adventures done shot them commercials out real goddamn quick.
They never stopped. They was running them last summer. They never stopped.
Okay, you so quick to get outside there and stand in 2-hour hot ass lines with no mask on. Stop acting like this shit didn't happen. She gonna cough her COVID on me. We gonna COVID down the slide and COVID pool in the bottom. No,
it's in the water. It's already in the water. It's already in the water.
It's in the water. Does chlorine kill COVID?
No, I don't know. Don't give me the line.
Look,
like
listen.
Nothing does.
I know in comedy, I know in entertainment, you need to be out on the stage. I get it.
Yes.
I get it. And so I don't fault anybody for doing what they needed to do to survive. All I'm saying is stay clear of me. And if I allow you into my world, then great. But if I'm looking at you like I'm about to scratch your eyes out, just stay over there. You know, so it's
I would stay over there if you look like you're gonna scratch my eyes out. Lord.
All the time. My mom calls them eye darts. My mom be like, stop shooting eye darts at people.
Is the neck involved or is it just the eyeball?
Oh, it's just, honey, I ain't got, listen, Miss Nicole, hold on. Listen, Miss Nicole. That's how come black don't crack. And it's because I don't move my neck a whole lot, right? Because I don't have time for that. So it's just the eyes.
Can you help us? Can you
Okay.
show us? I'm ready.
That's okay. We're like, what's
How do you?
going
I
on?
want to shoot
All right.
eye dart. I want to
So
shoot eye
just
dart.
let's pretend that we are in a grocery store and I just breathed in your bubble and you felt it on your face. Let's get it. Oh. Okay, now you did move your neck. I'm not
That
gonna.
that was a little shift.
You did. It was down into
the subtle.
Well,
Yes.
but it was direct. That was good.
It's not, it's very subtle. Like you only get wrinkles when you do the real bad ones. Like when you
I didn't, nobody ever
I would never
told
want to
me
see you do
that.
that. That looks serious.
right, no, and get your kids.
Oh, look at that one.
Get your kids. Get
watch
your
out,
kids.
y'all. Watch out. She's
Right,
going
eye
nuts
dart.
and shit. Watch out.
Thanks,
Yeah.
to Miss, look,
Yeah,
thanks to
good.
Miss Tyra Banks and America's Next Top Model.
The opposite of smizing.
Right.
Oh,
it's the eye dart.
Okay.
The
All right,
eye
let's
dart.
try it. Let's try it.
Everybody.
First, smize and then kill. Okay, smize first. Kill. Oh, I like that.
I think we
I'm
did
scared
it.
of all this.
Didn't Tyra used to call it
like I'm threatening my kids. Like when I be looking at my kids, like I wish you would. So I don't know if it's the same because that's my mindset. Because I don't never really get nothing in the street.
Scary.
Let me ask you, ladies. The rest of y'all have kids. You know, that's the smize thing. Whoever does, I'm gonna need an answer. I know somebody got some.
Yes,
how do you look when they done ticked you off but made you proud at the same time? Give me the look. 3, 2, 1, go.
Definitely bikini. I guess I can't be that mad at you because this is
right.
Yeah, it's hard. But I'm still thinking about it. So like, I don't believe you did it.
Damn,
but you know, like,
I guess I'm just more well versed in it because I have a boy. So
me too.
See, you understand. Me, my sister never part my guitar. Yes. Oh.
Yes. Oh gosh, I love this. All right, so you know what, Sauce to the City? We are definitely going to start with the getting to know you segment, starting with you. You done told us some stuff that your mama didn't say. You done told us some stuff about the way you feel. You done told us about when you started this thing. So why don't you just tell us a little more about you?
I am no good at talking about myself, none. But I can tell you what I feel. Okay. So I'll be right back. Count 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I enjoy comedy. I'm not a comedian. I tried to be a comic for like 3 weeks and I did like 3 3-minute sets. So notice it was like all threes. And then I finally was like, I'm sorry about this. I was like, beep this, beep. Wait, I think I could say shit. Beep this shit. Yeah. And you know what? I just love comedy. And so who I am is I am a concoction of my daddy. He was from Cuba, came to America. And with 2 words of English, he took care of my mother and me and my sister. And then along came my brother later on, you know, after that funny smell kept wafting out of the room. Yeah, he came along. So what I've always done is I've always used that in anything and everything I've done. So what am I? I don't know, depending on who you ask. Who am I? I don't know, depending on who you ask. But for me, I'm just one who comes to share whatever it was that I was supposed to share. I'm just the vessel. So when I get here, who am I? I'm here to carry a message. Message is, I'm listening to Nicole. Be nice to each other. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I learned from Bikini. Do something with the, you know, healthcare system. And I learned from Jay Monet how to be there for your friends. Because you're the very first person who's ever asked me to be on their show after only one time of being on my show. So you know I had to be here. So little about me, there you go. Free-spirited businesswoman kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
I
So-
love that.
I would love for you to expound upon with our listeners as I grab my boo. I'm sorry, I had the itch. Tell our viewers, if you could, Sauce in the City. Where'd that come from? What was behind it? Where's the story? Give us a little more.
Actually, I was saving this story for Oprah, but I love Jay Monet that much that I'm going to release it on this episode.
Exclusive.
Honey.
You guys say it like him. Exclusive. Oh shit. No joke. Let's go.
Okay, so I also have another platform that's called Daddies Matter Too. And it is a platform that I built for fatherhood in order to amplify their voice, because I think one of the things that's wrong in our community is that, you know, the fathers need a place to go where they can be heard and understood and helped and thought about for a second. And one day it was getting real deep on my show, and I had on one of my guests, and he's a comedian. And so he couldn't take it, so he bust out in jokes. True story. The episode is there. Then I invited another comedian on the same episode. And so both of them got to riffing right as I saw it. I was looking at it. And as they did that, I was like, oh my God, we could make so much money if y'all would just do that. And they didn't believe me back then, but that's how it was made, because I then went on a mission to create Sauce in the City. So once I did that, I went about removing some of the red tape for new comedians. I always thought that 0 to 1 year comedians, they get the raw end of the stick. Yeah, you got to put in your time. You got to do your due diligence. You got to study, you know, you got to put the skills to work. But I did think that there was a bit more red tape than my taste. That's how come I gave up after 3 weeks. I was like, look, ain't nobody gonna book me. Ain't nobody gonna pay me. You know what? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna create my own stage. How about that?
There you go.
That's it. That's it.
So Sauce in the City was born to be my stage as a new comedian. And I abandoned it after 3 weeks. So then I just opened it up to all levels of comedians. And what it is they come to my platform to chill, hang out amongst their peers, and meet people who can make a difference. All the while entertaining me for about 2 hours. It is amazing.
Look at that. She's all entertaining her.
It is
I
so
love
good. I did like 1,000 crunches on Jay Monet's episode, like 1,000, hands down.
Crunches.
Yes, ma'am, because she made me laugh so hard. Like everything she said, every time I brought her to the screen, it was nothing but laughs. And I had like about 15 other people. All.
Why you making that face, Jay, though? What you making that face
Because
go
you
up?
know what? Because you know what? No.
No.
All right. No, listen. She put up a picture. She put up a picture of, let's start like this. She asked the question, would you eat this or would you not? And it was a picture of a corn dog that was wrapped. You want to tell them?
No, you
And
do.
cotton candy.
Ew.
Again, Nicole,
no.
I see your face. Do you see that? So that's why when you put the screen on me, because I had the puzzle perplexed, like, how dare you? Why would you type? Thank you, Nick.
Okay. Now let me put some.
For that.
Look, wait. Now Bikini,
cotton candy.
Bikini and Nicole. Let me put some backstory to that. Okay. Now, you know, you go over some of your best friends' house, you know, the ones you love, and they really gave it a try, and they done went out there and opened up a business, and you really don't like it, but you like, I'll try it just because you're my friend. No, Nicole.
No,
No, no,
no, no. Because I'm your friend.
I love
Say it
I'm
like
your
that again, Nick.
friend.
Say it like
And
that again.
girl, ain't no way we're tight
No.
like that. And I didn't know that you was opening a restaurant that made corn dogs with cotton candy. I would have been knew before it opened, and I would have told you, well, good luck, but you know I'm not eating that. You absolutely know I am not eating that. But I will get a large drink, and maybe it's some other options on the menu, and I'll support. I'm gonna share it on Instagram and be like, y'all better slide over to my homegirl's corn dog cotton candy shop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm
That's
not
the kind of friend I need. Just right
I'm
there.
not
I didn't say I
doing
wouldn't
it.
support you. I just
I'm
said
not
it was no
supporting.
way in hell.
I just can't ingest you.
You
Yes.
can't.
That would not be
No
digested.
way. Look, okay, so I'm your best friend, and I'm
Okay.
counting on you to
Yes.
keep my kitchen open.
Me eating a corn dog ain't gonna do it, baby.
No,
Me
that's
eating a corn dog is not gonna do it.
tell her
You
that,
wouldn't
Nicole.
do it for the gram. Y'all
I'm gonna
wouldn't
take
do
a
it for the
picture
gram.
of me when you open and be like, oh my god, I'm at my girl's new shop. Slide. Like I'm gonna do the promo. I'm gonna make it real cute, but I'm not eating that corn dog.
You're gonna be like,
Thank
this
you.
thing. You be like, yes, and her corn dog was so
I'm gonna just pose with it. Like,
delicious.
what? Look at this.
Well, I know
I'm not
who-
doing it because then you're somewhere. See, we're actually out. So you're somewhere
Right.
and someone actually interviews you and asks you how did it taste.
Okay.
Now, real shit, no joke. You
Now
put
you
on
want
the
me to
spot
lie?
because somebody going to ask you. So you want to then lie and say it was
Ooh.
good, or now you're going to insult your girl by finally telling her the truth.
Telling the
No,
truth?
no,
No way.
where everyone can see it.
No, I would do just this. I would, because no one said how I could eat my
Stop.
cotton candy laced
Y'all
hot dog.
so fake. I can't.
So I would wrap the outer layer of said cotton candy and
Ew.
toast her. Yes. And then take a slit of the inside of the dog and eat that as well. On the other side of the cheek. Yes, so now they are not coercing and I am not upsetting my friend. And I'm also showing the world you too can eat it just like this. Satisfy your kids and yourself. Get yourself a cotton dog. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
take
I'm
are
not using
hired.
oxygen to my brain.
Bikini, you are hired. You're hired,
No.
hired. I'm telling
Come
you.
on. Exactly.
Okay.
Now,
Bikini,
Come
No,
on,
I'm
Mama,
gonna
throw
stress
up all this
out.
food
Like,
just
no, absolutely not.
I can't, it's hard for me to even imagine that because Bikini will tell you, like, I actually use plates that separate it. I do not let my food touch. Even when I order it or I have it picked up, I tell them, please separate my food, and they do. Separate contain. I do not. So I cannot even begin to think. However, I support y'all. I'm with Nick on the promo video. Come check our girl out. What?
Yeah.
That's how you support one
This is
corn
good.
dog versus possibly 30 views on my Instagram page. Come on.
Come on.
That's support.
All right, wait a minute, Miss So Extra. Why don't you come on and tell our viewers a little more about you? Because you sharing a lot, girlfriend. Come on.
I do what? You said what?
Which part? The whole thing? I said, since
No.
you're, huh?
All I heard was a lot. I was like, what?
Well, for one, I said, Miss So Extra, since you're sharing so much, why don't you now share a little more about you with our listeners? You seem like you're such a good friend.
More food-based questions. That's what I'm really passionate about. Ask me about food. This could be a 4-hour podcast. What you want to talk about? You want to talk about mac and cheese, tacos? Like that is literally for anyone watching. This I'm always giving advice, right? If you're having a hard time connecting with someone, just start talking about food. It's magical. People just start being like, oh yeah. And it will just go 20 minutes go by like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about cotton dogs? It's great. It's just really a good
And why are we
conversation
still sitting still? We should be at the store.
We should be going somewhere. Yeah.
No, see, for the listeners that do not know, she does something called Eat Your Beats.
Yeah.
So not only does she talk about food, she raps about the comfort of food. So talk
Yeah.
to
I
us, Nick.
do.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like the pork chop.
Can you
wrap.
give us a little portion as you telling us about you?
I probably won't. So I'll
Oh.
explain that in a second. That's not because I don't want to. It's just I'll talk about that in a second. So Eat Your Beats is a freestyle rap battle show about food. So they get together a whole bunch of stand-up comedians, not rappers, and you go through all these different levels and you basically freestyle. Just think like 8 Mile, but it's like, what did you eat for breakfast? Or you have to like, so it's really fun. And I've won a few times.
Yes, you
Times. And now I'm hosting. I'm co-hosting with Alyssa Alzuki and Alejandro Morales.
Yes.
These superstars, and we are premiering the show in New York City at Asylum Improv tomorrow night. So
Yes.
that's a big thing popping to be coming out the pan. So it's really
Yes,
exciting.
Yes.
It should be fun because I haven't been in a black box theater in a really long time. So it'll be a good time.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So
and aside from rapping about food, I do stand-up comedy and I run a few comedy shows in Philly and that's me.
That's you.
Wow. Wow.
I think it's a little more to you than that because you be dealing with a cat or cats or kittens. You always had some videos with these cats and kittens. Are you a cat mom or anything? Do you have an outdoor cat or how does that work?
I was. Well, I had a cat for many years. She passed away last year. But recently, my whole neighborhood is just full of animals. My neighbors decided to get kittens and they were just in their window for about a whole day. They were just in the window all day. And I was like, oh, are there kittens? Like because my neighbor next door, I live in West Philly, they are of the Caucasian persuasion. So they're actually rehabbing stray cats. I never even thought people did. I was like, you what? And she said, like, they take them in, they feed the cats, they get them spayed or neutered, they foster them, and then find them a home. And I was like, wow. So I was going to take the kittens and give them to my neighbors because I wasn't about to take that on. But if they were in the alleyway, I was just going to get them, and they were literally going at it all day. I was like,
I know because it seemed like you were live and recording for like 48 hours of a cat, and for some reason I was watching. I'm like, I have my own damn cat. I don't watch this much. Why am I so engaged with these damn kittens and cats?
They were cute. They were cute. It was the sound. I feel like it was like a maternal thing. I was like, oh no, are they okay?
Yes, that was the voice you had right there. That voice of concern.
That voice was like, no. But once I saw they were inside, I was like, all right, I can go in the house. But it was killing me. I was like, I can't just let these kittens die behind my house. That's terrible. So I had to check it out.
Oh my God.
They were fine.
Stop.
So, Bikini, do you have any questions directly for Nicole?
Of course. First of all,
yes,
you got a lot more stuff that you can talk about. There is, first of all, I have a question that I need you to expound upon and let people know.
Okay.
If you know anything about Miss So Extra, she's a TikToker, okay?
Oh,
okay?
Lord.
She's TikTok, okay? She's all about that, yeah. Yeah.
That's a lie. I've never done a TikTok dance in my life. I swear I tried to do a TikTok dance and I started doing the electric slide every single time. I'd be like, okay, and then you do this, I'd be like, oh shit, why am I doing swing to the right, swing to the left? What's going on? Every single time. I'm too old. I try to do a little TikTok every time it turns into a goddamn doing the WAP or whatever.
It's always something. I think it was a food challenge. He was like, yeah, I was trying to mukbang y'all and I don't know, I almost killed myself. I'm like, what the
Literally dry ass chicken
First of all, Nick, what made you, first of all, you're a comment section. I want you to tell the people about your comment section because there were comments always in the section of comment section. People need to know what comment section is. No, her TikTok. Look at me. Now that's a comment section. Her TikTok should be a comment section itself. But I want you to tell the people about your show comment section because, hey, listen, that was like almost no, you tell them. You tell them. Go.
Sure. So I've had both Bikini and Jay Monet and pretty much every single dope Black female comedian in the city of Philadelphia, New York, DC. I was trying to bring him, honey. So
yes.
I think me and Jay, we started around the same time. And when we started, it was really different. And we would see each other at gigs and be like, the color purple, just like reaching out for each other, like, stop. But can you do your African accent for me, sister?
Mama, mama, Siki, mama.
It was just like, it was every single time. Like, who are you? Where did you come from? You be doing comedy, you come to open mic. So that's part of the reason why I think all of us, even if we don't hang out all the time, we're so tight and we're always so excited to see each other. It's always my favorite. It's like, is it two of us on a single show? Oh my God, it's about to be lit. It's going to be lit. So I was kind of going through the same thing Sauce in the City was talking about, where it's like, well, nobody's booking me, or it's not really like, not even nobody's booking me, but I'm not on shows that I want to go to. I like being on shows that I would like to be sitting in the audience having a good ass time. Like, so I was like, I'm not even booked on shows like that. Can we get it popping? And so I decided, my friend was like, well, why don't you do it? I was like, I mean, I guess. So, and my whole thing is, once I verbally commit to something to another person, I'm like, I have to do it, because there's something about me. It's just like, I hate, if it's inside, nobody knows, right? And I don't have to do it. But if I commit to Eddie, to verbally say it out loud, it's like, shit, now I really got to do it.
Right.
Just like comedy, that's how I started doing stand-up. Like, damn, now I really got to do stand-up.
We are so the opposite, Nicole. But I'm like, okay. No, I know. I was just like, but we are sisters from another mister, because just like you said, I was looking at you like, yes, until you got there. I was like, oh, well.
Well, that's my own personal quirk about how I get myself motivated to do things, right? It's just that I have to verbally say it out loud to another person. Once it's out in the world, that's like, oh, it's alive. Now I gotta nurture it. Now I gotta like bring it to life and stuff. But so that's what and so it started with like, who do I know in Philly? Okay, look at everybody. And so the very first show we did was on Mother's Day at a place called the Stable Collective, which is a Black female-owned boutique and lifestyle brand. Honey, get into them. They're huge. And Shanti, who is the owner, was like, I mean, you can have your show here. And so it was a dope first effort. And then I made the commitment to do it every month.
Parking. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out, because some places don't understand, or promoters. It's nice to have some good parking. Yes. Okay, go ahead, Nick. It was a dope ass show.
Thank you. We had such a good time, and it was like, yo, this is like what comedy could be, because you don't really know sometimes what things can be until you see it. And I was like, I can get a whole bunch of Black women, women of color together, non-binary folks, people who don't usually get that headline spot, people who usually aren't first in line for bookings, people who are always kind of beating down doors just to get stage time and things like that. You don't have to feel like you're being accepted, like you're being appreciated and celebrated. Like, you don't feel grateful, feel celebrated. Like, you're
come on, baby.
That's been about 2 years. Of course, with COVID, we finally found a home at Good Comedy Theater, which was so lit. I finally had a home, like a real comedy like club with ticketing, and all I had to worry about was putting together a fabulous lineup and having a good time, and not setting up chairs and Lord, doing everything else.
Right.
Unfortunately, that theater has closed due to the pandemic. So pivoting with virtual shows and figuring out where home is going to be next. But yeah, but it's been great.
I love it. I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, because first of all, I love what you're doing. I love it.
Thank you.
I feel like Storm, being around comedians who are women, Black women, nice Black women. It makes me feel more powerful, right? I get, yeah, I'm like, okay, I feel it. Now, what made you start in comedy, period?
So comedy's always been my not even a defense mechanism, but my ways to kind of engage with people in a really I don't know how to explain it, but y'all, all of us have big personalities. You step into a room, everybody's like, who's she? Like, what's going on? Who is that? And so it's a way, it was always a way for me to make people feel really like comfortable. And it was always a way for me to make people just kind of at ease with me so we can just vibe and like have a good time. And it was my way of always setting the tone, kind of. So it's still my way to diffuse people, compliments, a little joke before they know, people helping you out and giving you discounts and ushering you to, it just helps again to be nice. And it's not fake or phony, that's truly my personality. So I've always been the funny person in the group. I'm always the one cracking jokes in the friend group. And my homegirl, I was writing, I was going to be a screenwriter. So I was writing movies, I was writing digital shorts and sketches that my procrastination didn't let me actually do. It was just a bunch of me writing. Like I never actually did it, right? Even to this day, I do TikToks, but you've never seen an actual sketch from me. You see me in the house fucking around. Like,
shut it.
It's just true, right?
It's so true.
My first material was things that I thought was funny that were going to be recorded and filmed and turned into digital content.
Oh.
So my homegirl was like, why don't you just do stand-up? And I would have my little raggedy notebook of what I thought was funny stuff. And I was like, well, maybe this could be stand-up material instead of a script. And that's how I started. So I didn't really have like bits, and I didn't understand timing or anything because it was all like so long form. And I was like, woman walks into, it was crazy, but but I found my voice pretty quickly, and then started writing actual jokes.
Very
stuff,
good.
good stuff.
Very nice.
Woo, I love our guests. I love what y'all saying.
Yes.
Excuse me, I got off for a moment. Nicole just hit me up and she said that she was moving into her house. So congratulations again to our sister doing big things. I think she said on the last show that she was approved and God blessed her with a home. So she's moving into her home. So there you go, baby. We sending well wishes to you.
Go Nick.
And for those that's watching the Real Shit No Joke show, we thank y'all that's on Sadior. Oh, no, I'm all right, I'm lying. You're not watching on Sadior. You'll be listening on Sadior Radio, on Sadior Podcast. You'll be watching on Zoom. You'll be watching on Facebook. You'll be watching on YouTube. What? So we just want to thank y'all and let y'all know again, normally at 7 o'clock, we would have already been into the adult hour, but this is however, this is some good stuff. And it's like, we just try to get all this information. So we're going to get into the adult hour, but we're gonna just quickly, again, it's about women that's in entertainment, and all of y'all are talking beautiful things, but just to ask y'all more directly, like what name 1 or 2 barriers that you've had to go, how about this, because we're short for time, 1 barrier that you had to go through and a female that's inspired you. So I'll give that to each of you. So Sauce in the City first, a barrier that you've had to go through being a woman in entertainment and a woman that has encouraged you or inspired you.
Okay, so this is gonna sound really weird, and I'm sorry, but I don't think in barriers. So I wouldn't be able to answer that question because in my world, there is no barrier. If I wanted to do it, I did it. So, and it didn't matter if it was women, men, black, white, polka dot, Chinese, I don't care. If I wanted to do it, I did it. So barriers, I don't know. I guess the only barrier I have is not like a kid, not knowing that I have any. So maybe that gets me in trouble sometimes, but I don't know that I have barriers. Like that's other people's problem. Like I don't, that's between them and they God.
Come on, then.
If I want to do something and I have 2 working legs, feet, and a brain, I just do it. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but hey, I mean, you can't please everybody. And a woman that's inspired me, matter of fact, I'm so glad you asked me this because it's her birthday today. So shout out and happy birthday to Miss Sharon Phoenix over there of Divine Inspirations and also Pop Up Marketplace. I love her. This woman just found my craziness, and she said, I have no idea what this woman is talking about, but I love her and I'm gonna just be her friend. And we've been thick as thieves ever since. And she just told me that focus on relationships. It's the relationship. It's not the business. It's not the personal. Focus on the relationship between people. That's where you're gonna win at. And have other people focus on the relationship. For me right now, I made 2 new friends, Bikini and Nicole. I'm gonna be like all up in y'all inbox and Sadior Radio presents Real Shit No Joke show. So I guess that was your producer earlier.
Yes.
That's 3 friends because I'm like, so you know, she always just taught me to rely on your relationships and be a good person and not get mad when people do things to you. Because a lot of people do things to me and I have to, pivot, like Nicole said. And Bikini, I'm just, I'm with you with the big blue knives. You have to cut it. And so Miss Sharon told me, you got to cut it. And that's cut the self-doubt, cut the thought that you don't deserve it, cut the thought that you're not worth it.
That's it.
Cut the thought that you don't know what you're doing.
That's it.
Because
leave all that self-doubt behind.
Cut it.
And that's why you have no barriers.
None.
Hey.
Exactly.
I'm loving it. All right, Miss Phoenix.
Yeah.
Rising up. Questions to you. What you feel about barriers? What barriers have you overcome? And what woman has influenced you or encouraged you, inspired you?
So the biggest barriers that I always overcome are my own. Like anything, just like Sauce in the City said, that's why I almost like begrudgingly start things. I'm like, I know it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Like I know it's gonna I say that like, could you like, you have to understand your own power sometimes to be like, okay, girl, you know, if you start this, it's gonna be a thing. It's not gonna be no flash to the radar type situation, and people go, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's when you have to like get out your own way and be like, okay, but you're writing about it, you're preparing for it, you're talking to yourself about it every day. It's like, just put it out there, like, let's just go. So it's always me. I'm the only person. It's always me. It's always me. And because I think someone asked me a question like that a while ago. It was like, oh, well, do you think people in the industry are holding back and keeping? I was like, I wouldn't even know, and I have no desire to know if that's a thing. That I can't sit here and think about all the external things that are keeping me from what I want. That it will never end. It's an infinity. There's 1,000,001 reasons, right? You can sit here all night. So there's no reason to go down that pathway to be like, and I know this person was all in the Booker's ear, and it's somebody asked me a question. I was like, no, don't even care. Couldn't be bothered to know if anybody doesn't matter, because what is for me is gonna be mine. And that's it. Period. And then female influences, there's so many. There's so many to name. Like I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning watching Carol Burnett the other night, just because I was like, why was she so bad? Like, why was she so like, it made no sense. You had Vicki Lawrence, you had like, all right, anyway, so there's just, I've always been that way since I was a little girl. To this day, if I see a bad one, I want to know everything about you. I want to know what you be reading. I want to know what you're like. I just want to know, like, how does somebody like this get to be? And so it's like so many, and I openly like praise people, and I just want to know, like, so what are you about? That's another trick for people who don't know how to hold a conversation. Ask questions about the other person. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that too, Philly.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some real conversations. Anywho,
You never know who's watching, right? Shoot.
yeah, you never,
Right.
You never know.
I'm from a huge family of women. I have 4 aunties. My grandma, raised me just like so many other people. I'm Lucille's child. I'm Cynthia's child. Went to a Baptist church, and I think about it more and more the older I get, like how many people were intensely like pouring into me and wanting to know how I was doing, and piano teachers and teachers at school. It's just too many. It's too many. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a good number when it's too many to name. Come on, baby.
Yeah, people I've never met, and people who just like every day, by showing you and being around, like what it's like to be a Black woman in this world, especially. Like, what's that about? No.
What's that about?
What's that about?
You know what,
Yeah.
Nicole? I so agree with you. Like okay, so keep all your hate mail, everybody. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I'm about to say something, but keep your hate mail.
Bring
I live
it.
in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I didn't know that there was a struggle in being Black until I was 40.
That's a blessing.
I just didn't know. I went to work and people were like, oh my God, Black women can't get these jobs. I was the supply chain management was my field. So I was import export. I worked with, Zappos and Amazon and Google and Walmart, and I was sitting at the table with their CEOs telling them what to do. So when everybody told me that there was this thing about, the struggle and being Black and all of that, being a Black woman, I was like, oh, maybe I better look into this. And now I see where it is, and I see where the shortcoming, I see where we've been duped. Okay. So I've seen where we've been led astray and duped. So now I just lead my life to fix it, to maybe use shows like you guys' show. So thank you for having me. And try to show, like Nicole and Bikini and Jay Monet, maybe another way to do it.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
You building bridges.
Right.
But they say ignorance is bliss, huh? That's real stuff. Ignorance.
Yeah, so
bliss.
when she was talking, I was all over here like about to kiss my screen. I was like, what? Wow. Like, because I need to be notified of the struggle. I need to know, because I don't do any, I'm in my house. So listening to you guys, I'm like, oh, ooh. Hey. So thank you for the forewarning. When I go out there in the world, I'll know what's going on,
So the crazy thing is it worth knowing? If you've accomplished so much with the mindset of no barriers, no obstacles ever stopping you, if you're not even recognizing it, what now is the benefit of seeing it and recognizing it?
Well, showing others how to go around it or go under it, and basically take their minds off of it. One thing that I don't like about, what is it, Black History Month? Keep your hate mail, people.
The views and the opinions that are expressed on the Real Shit No Joke radio show are just that, the views and the opinions of those that are on our show. Please, as she just indicated, keep your hate mail. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I hate that we say the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know about any new Black leaders since Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. I'm like, we're all the people in my generation. Who we supposed to be listening to? Like who's gonna show me about this whole Black struggle thing? Because as far as I'm concerned, my life's been a breeze. I didn't know of the police brutality and this and that until I saw it on the video. And I'm like, whoa, like, okay, so here's my thing. When I went to jail the one time, yes, I did go to jail, old parking ticket and a female cop. No, wait, a rookie cop. So therefore, I was in there, they took up a collection to help me with my bail, you know, because my great grandmother's funeral was the next day. So they bought me McDonald's, you know, they didn't handcuff me. They didn't do any of that. So until I saw the video, I was like, whoa, you know, and then going back, Breonna Taylor and wait a minute, who was the first one? Forgive my slip of the memory.
Okay,
There have been
There were
so
so
many.
many, we don't even know where to start.
All right,
Ever
so
been the first one?
wait a minute. So wait a minute, Austin City. For one, I don't think we're gonna get to our Adele hour.
Oh,
In
I'm
fact,
No, 'cause
sorry.
this is
we had
I'm
some
sorry.
wonderful word games played. We was going to do some euphemisms
I'm
for
sorry.
like
Maybe it's a part
breasts and
two.
ass
So
and
maybe it's
stuff
a part
like
two
that.
to bring
That's
sauce
gonna
back
be the
to
next
dig
show.
into that
But this
directly.
right
You know
here,
what I
I think
mean?
we
That's a
definitely
good
need to
idea.
deal with and we need to talk about. So,
Yes.
Sauce in the City, first of all, I say thank you for sharing what you've gone through and opening our eyes, not just us that's here, but the viewers that's watching, because I think a lot of people will have a hard time understanding that you weren't aware of this. And then the thought would be, are you not aware of this because you personally aren't in touch? You're not taking the time to see what's going on in the community or in the world around you? Or is it possible that you're just living in such God's favor that it's like, it just, you don't even see it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know with myself, it was some things, honestly, I was oblivious to because of the way I was raised in education and money. So it was different things. However, I heard about those. However, it just never seemed to happen to me. And as I really got grown, I began to understand in maturity that that's just God's favor, like whoa and wow and whoa and wow. And again, having a good personality and being respectful and I guess overall just trying to be a good person, you know, a lot of beautiful things have happened on top of God's favor. However, I'm aware of it, but it was some things I really wasn't aware of. But what that did was it made me become aware, because these are things that I should know, because maybe these are some of the reasons why those people are walking around with the attitudes and they don't want to say good morning to your ass because they just seen this crazy stuff that just happened and they don't, good morning to what? What's so good about this? So, you know, so that's just my thinking and thoughts. So again, do you feel as though it's just God's favor in a sense? And forgive me for the Christians that feel like, well, I mean, God can give you favor, but you still gonna be aware. But do you
It
feel like
was
you was
choice,
placed?
Ms. J. Monet. It's choice.
Okay.
Every day I wake up, I have a choice what I want to fill my world with and what I want to do. Every morning that God lays favor on me and I wake up, I have a choice of what I want to put in my way. And those are just not things that I even thought about because, you know, I was busy being a kid. You know, my mom, my dad, my mom met my dad when I was 6 and I was busy swimming in the lake and riding bikes and horses and,
Oh, wait a minute,
you
excuse
know,
me for just one moment. So when you were speaking, were you speaking about when you were younger or were you
I'm,
speaking about today's times? Because I thought you spoke about
again,
today's
all
times.
my life, I've been busy with the task of living my life. I had my son when I was 25. And so at that point, all I was worried about is raising him and making sure that he became a fruitful adult, you know. And now I was responsible for this other kid. So I can't, or you can't, was just never a part of how I thought about it. I thought I'm doing and I'm gonna.
So did your son at any time growing up, especially in his preteen years, ever come to you with any difficulties or problems he felt like he was having or being looked at or anything?
Oh my God. So my son, oh, one day I hope you all get to meet him. He's such, I know every mother says they have a wonderful kid. Okay. But mine is truly wonderful. He is a great kid. He comes to me with everything. He's grown up into a wonderful young man. God only knows how he got there because his mama batshit crazy. So I don't know. Now that's God's favor, you know, that I didn't catch a case, you know, that is God's favor. But he has come to me with problems. I remember he was a senior in high school. And the principal, they changed deans. They changed deans. And this woman somehow had a problem with my son.
Mhm.
And it was like maybe a month before he was to graduate, a month. And my son came home and he wasn't in a good mood. Like if you raise your kids, you kind of know. And I was like, what's up? Where's my smiles? You know, high five. Like, why are you off? And he told me about the dean and how she's bird dogging him in the hallways.
What does that mean?
And following him around, giving him the stank eye. You know, trying to catch him up in any little thing that he did.
Following him like he's a bad kid about to do something wrong.
Amen. Amen. And my son, all his life in school,
You know,
has had nothing but Lorenzo's a good kid. He's a great kid. We love having him. He's great, you know, all up until this woman. So what I did was I went to school and unannounced. So I just walked on and I said, I'm Lorenzo's mother and I need to see the dean. And when I got to her desk, her assistant was like, oh, she's on break. She's not here or whatever. And I told her assistant, I said, listen, I'm Brenda Brown. My son is Lorenzo Woods, and advise the dean that she doesn't want me to come up here again. My baby is about to graduate. He's a good kid, 3.8 GPA graduating. So you gonna leave him alone. And I don't care about your racist views and whatever else you got going on. You gonna leave my baby alone. And he gonna get graduated, and if that's a word, and I didn't go to college, he did, but he's gonna graduate and that's it. And
so did he think that the problem was because of his race, that was her problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And did you experience problems with him for the remainder until that month was over? Was there any backlash? Was there any change that you saw or
I had no more problem because my baby knew that he's always known his mom don't play when it comes to his education, because he is my 401k plan. Okay. I didn't save. So he's all I got. And
you know what?
Yes, ma'am.
Not to cut you off, but administrators like that rely on parents believing the worst in their children. They rely on, that's the easiest way to get students to disengage and not care. If you already assume the worst in me, why try? If you already think I'm bad, then what is the point of trying to prove you right, right? It's the easiest way to make a child lose hope and stop trying and stop being, it's just like, it's no point. You already decided that I'm a bad egg. You've already decided, but he had an advocate in you to say, that's not my child, and I don't believe it for a second. That's not who my kid is. Not everybody has the mental, physical capacity to show up for the babies in that way. Some people just believe the white lady, whatever reason. I've seen parents do it. I'm not an educator, but I've seen parents just be like, and what'd you do? Bang, and not even a split second think about who their child is or if it's possible, and just believe this person. If you're telling me that's who he is, so that was so loving, and not every child has that person who's like, I know this is a good kid. I know that, you know what I mean? Like, I believe that, and like, it means everything.
Yes, it did. And so in answer to your question, Bikini, no, I didn't have any problems out of him or her anymore, because she didn't want me to come back up to that school.
Right.
Because I'm one of those that are very dangerous in my world. My mom stopped me from speaking slang, like from jump. And so I've been in corporate world. So like, you don't want to tangle with me.
I think that's probably why you have had a nice 40 years. Number one, you taught us dagger knife eyes. Number one. What did we learn from Sauce in the City? Miss Betty Brown taught me how to dagger stab you with eyes. So that's probably why she stated, and she had to deal with that, because the eyes will come out. You'd be like, you know what? Never mind. I'm cool, because I don't know what's behind them eyes. I'm gonna leave that right there. And I'm gonna keep it moving. And then they saw you when Mama Bear had to come out. That's when she comes out. You don't mess with my seed. And you don't try to put my seed in no box. You don't take no glass ceiling and put it above my child's head. Nope. Now you're gonna see the very collegiate Karen and me come out. Yes, she's alive. And then the dagger eyes. So yeah, I get it. First I was like, how'd you manage that? I mean, we are definitely not spring chickens. So how so? Tell the world. But now yeah. See, and then you put the finger up and you go,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, you got that. Don't fuck with me. You see, Nicole, you get it. Nick, like, yeah. Okay.
Don't let me
we were
finish
supposed to have
y'all
a
on
drink.
the
It
phone.
is adult
Okay.
hour. We should have had a drink for stuff going on like this. We're supposed to be
Listen,
prepared.
well,
You
call
saying some
mine
grown
on.
stuff.
I mean,
You saying some
Okay.
grown stuff.
listen. Now, Jay, you got, because what we got is 36. We got 20 minutes to try and squeeze in which,
Ooh.
so I'm not going to look at the list. You pick out 3 things that we can squeeze into a 4 minute here, 4 minute here, 4 minute here, and then reprieve and retort. Come
All right.
on, man.
All right.
Come on.
So,
You got it. You can do it.
adult
Now,
in the
while she
city,
does that,
you only
everybody
relight the
have a
candles,
spirit.
we turn the lights off, we get a
Yes, I
drink
was
and all
saying.
that good stuff.
So anybody have a spirit close to you, get in there. This is the time that we get up. What mine is, as you saw us spill at the beginning of the hour, was my La Marita. So she gets filled back up. You can turn down the lights. You can make it dim. So I'm going to turn down my lights because I want it to get dim like it's supposed to. And Jay, I want you to go ahead and get the people ready.
All right.
For the
So,
things. Yeah.
so see, like, because we grown folk, ladies, and we got to let our hair down sometime. I mean,
Yes.
mine's down.
Yeah.
So some of the questions that we had came up with, so we have a word game that we're gonna have time for.
Okay.
And a question that we had came up with: what is the biggest difference in your sexuality from your youth to now?
What is the biggest change?
What's the biggest difference or the biggest change?
Biggest change from your youth,
right?
Until
From that young you to the you
Mhm.
now.
Ooh, can I go first? Ooh.
Yes,
Ooh, can I go
excited.
first?
Yes, excited.
Because I was just I actually just talked about this little memory that I had. When I was younger, I was like, real young, and I thought I was 16. But what I realized is in my old age, my youth was younger. I was 14 when the boy tried to put his hands up my pants and touch my cuckoo to de-virginize me. And I told him that I cannot do that because my mom said she'll know if my hymen was broken. That she'll find out if she takes me to the gynecologist. I met that same man at the age of 22 and decided, let me go ahead and show him, because I was already told I had sex twice. You're like, oh, you're doing good. And I was like, is it? Okay. So
you have been spoiled.
You know what I'm saying? But the lesson I learned from that youth and then at that older age was I was just a capsule. He actually, I should have just left it where it was. Because I felt like a vessel. I just felt like a capsule. I felt like a body. Like there was no emotion. It was just me looking down like, am I here? Is this, am I high? No. So you just having fun. I'm just a doll right now. I could have just stayed there at the age of 14, 16, laying on the bed, grabbing onto my cuckoo like, no, you can't have this. I'm too scared. My hymen is more important. So the lesson I learned from the young me then to the now me now is that a pussy is a horrible thing to waste. Please.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
Please. If you are young and you are watching our show, and I hope that you are young and watching our show because we give lessons, close your legs and work on your orgasm, your personal orgasm, because if a man can't take it in, baby, woo, you better believe you better take yourself there, okay? Save your cookie for the real good nookie. That's what I would tell my from young to now. That's what I done learned. Cause guess what? I also had another one that took me, and they could take you down the other road and make you feel extra super nasty. And you don't even realize like they are killing you. Next caller.
Please.
I'm gonna take a sip on that.
I I was really going for like a difference, like your endurance is more. I don't really know what I was thinking, but you just
You
really
didn't even
that was
explain
some
it,
good
see?
information you gave.
Yes.
You know, close the pocketbook up. Close the pocketbook.
Close the pocketbook up and learn to make yourself glitter on the inside. Okay?
That is a word of wisdom.
That
That's
is.
sure.
That is. Okay?
Figure yourself out. Get yourself sorted.
See?
That's it.
That's it. That's what done changed, girl.
I
Now,
got it.
now ask
All right,
everybody else what you really wanted.
So Miss So Extra, what
Mhm.
about yourself, beautiful?
What's different? So give me the question again, because I feel
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Bikini
One
fucked
more
it up too.
time.
But it's cool. Go ahead.
One more
All right, wait.
One more
All right,
time,
all right.
please, for me.
Okay, what is the biggest sexual difference between the younger you and the now you?
I feel like that's my
You gotta
boyfriend is right there.
Yes, I
Like,
can
my
tell you was
boyfriend
looking
is right
somewhere.
there. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let it loose.
You
He like,
starting to glow over there. You starting to glow.
No, it's definitely maybe aligned with what Bikini says. Like, you definitely gotta, figure that out. But what's the biggest thing? I don't know. I don't know that there, or maybe I don't know if that's a good, I feel it's a good thing, right? That my, like you said, endurance and all that, or like how frequent, like your sex drive, all that is, I feel the same.
mm-hmm.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I just feel like I know a lot more about like what needs to happen, if you know what I mean. Because like, because you just there, you're like, okay, what are we doing? Like,
right.
Like, I don't know if I like that. I don't feel
right.
for me. And I feel really good about this next generation of young ladies who got Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, like lick it, slap it, slurp it, doing all these things. And it's very instructional. It's very instructional. You know what I mean? Like, you a lot of, like, these young men need to listen to these songs. They tell you exactly what to do.
They're not here. Here. Okay, and slap it here.
Oh gosh.
So that's the thing. I feel good for these young ladies who just like, not with it. We doing this and not that. And also you need to learn to do this. And then just like, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was one of our questions. Do you prefer being in control or submissive? So that was one. However, we're gonna go to Sauce in the City and ask her that same question. What is the biggest difference sexually between her younger self and her now self?
Well, to work on your inside and make it not the most important thing that there is about you. When I was younger, I thought that was the way to keep them. You're supposed to be hanging on the fan. You're supposed to be, letting them put your toe in the mouth, and you're supposed to be licking their toe. All of this stuff. I thought, the better you were at sex, the better it was gonna turn out.
Real shit, no joke.
But so right, and that's what I did. So the difference is now, if you think the best part of me is having sex with me, then you've already missed out.
Come on.
So I have definitely, from then to now, my difference in sex is that it's secondary. It's an exclamation point on an otherwise great sentence.
Okay.
And you can't get there until you have the great conversation. So that's what I've learned. Just work on inside, work on self, make self number one. Like, it's not that you can't live without me because you want to have sex with me every day. It's you can't live without me because I bring that sunshine to your life.
Come on, baby.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
And when I was young, I was using coochie as a weapon. Okay. So I was like, I don't know if I can say the other word, but
yes, you can.
Okay. So I was using pussy as a weapon. I was like, I want this because I don't have a huge sex drive, right? You gotta spend the whole day with me to get me to thinking about it. And then when I give it to you, it's gonna be great, but it's gonna still need the whole day. But by the end of my day,
come on, crock pot, you better give him a crock pot.
Okay,
Simmer.
I'm not an explosive
Simmer.
You said,
person.
come on, tripod.
No, she said crock pot. It takes me
Crock
a little
pot.
bit to warm up, right? I can
That's
cook
it,
it all
take
day.
Oh. See,
Simmer
that's my
all
old
day.
ears. I heard
But the
tripod.
You gotta make that sauce right. You gotta
Right,
make that
but the
sauce.
thing
It gotta
is this.
simmer.
If I do it right, you won't even be thinking about sex at the end of the day. We
Come
gonna
on,
be
baby.
building, making money, laughing,
Come on, baby.
you know, playing dominoes, you know,
Yeah.
just that'll be the last thing. You'll be trying to get it before I close my eyes. It won't be right. It won't be that first thing that you trying to get as soon as I come through the door. You're not gonna be like, hey, you know, do your job.
Or let's just say that won't be the only thing. Because sometimes there's nothing wrong with it being the first thing. Sometimes first thing is a good thing to start off with. It's a great way to start the day. First thing in the morning is breakfast.
Okay,
it's okay.
Okay,
sometimes
yes,
it's left. Sometimes it's leftovers from the night before.
Oh,
okay.
I need a drink. Oh,
Maybe just don't let it be the only thing you
No
want. But I don't mind
game.
it being the first thing you want sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Leave some for tomorrow. Okay. Yes.
I'm just saying, sis. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is this: in the morning and waking me up in the middle of the night will get you stabbed in the forehead. So I'm gonna say, just
wait,
when I'm
asleep.
sleep.
Stop playing. Okay, come on. Details matter.
Middle of the night.
You mean the way in which you're waking up? Because there's some ways that you can be woke. It's all right.
There is some ways that
are good in the middle of the night.
Hold on. There are some ways that you can wake Jay Monet up in the middle of the night, everybody. Warning. There is a way that you can wake Jay Monet up in the morning. Warning. There is no way you can wake Brenda Brown up in the morning.
Warning.
Okay, warning.
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 There's no way.
No way. Without getting stabbed in the forehead.
More disturbing.
Wait, listen. I'm gonna just drop the clue hint, ladies. If she's saying the forehead, that's already telling you where the head is at. So why wouldn't you want that? If the closest thing is the forehead, where his head at? Why is you stopping that? That's just God's glory at work. That's God's glory.
Warning. She said warning.
Warning. I need my sleep. I love sleep. When I finally get there, I don't need nobody invading it. I do well enough when I'm awake. If you can't get it in the waking hours, I'm like Big Red. My hours are 9 to 5.
Okay. So y'all gotta start with breakfast. So y'all heard that. Y'all start with breakfast because it's an all-day situation. Y'all start with a sunrise service. Okay, you start with a sunrise service.
Okay.
Then y'all get to breakfast. Then y'all hit a matinee. Then y'all go to the arcade. Now it's time for lunch. Okay, we have a picnic. Next, we're going to Barnes and Noble. We're gonna read some books.
Yes.
Stimulate the intellectual.
There we go.
Do you have all day or not? Also, the sun will be setting soon, so we gotta get this thing wrapped.
No, it's only 2:30 now. It's only 2:30 now.
Oh my
It's only 2:30, dog. What else? We got the rest.
Well, I guess you better be sending some text messages, some funny memes, some videos.
I know that's right.
You better call and be like, I just wanted to hear you breathe. I don't know.
All right.
You like that constant engagement. You like to build. You like to get a group. I feel you. I feel it.
She needs her whole 8 or skate. Give her her whole 8 or skate, nigga.
All right, ladies.
Try again tomorrow.
All right, ladies. So, in a relationship, do you prefer being in control or do you prefer being more submissive?
Oh, it's just 1 or 2 answers? Just 1 or 2? We got to choose 1 or 2.
It's a hybrid for me.
Yeah, it's a.
All right, why is it a hybrid?
Because as partners, you have different strengths. There's things that I really, really care about and be super controlling about. There's other things where I prefer someone else to not have to, but take the lead or just put more energy into that, and I can maybe give input. So I don't like, and I am particular. I know that about myself. I am a particular person. I know that, right? But it's certain things where I'm just like, yo, literally, you got it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if I'm
would
talking
you
about
prefer a
in
man
bed or just,
would you prefer a man that will call you with what you're going to do, or do you prefer to have a man ask you what you would like to do?
I love when people come with ideas or solutions. I love when people just come with whatever. It's not what I'm not saying like this is what it has to be. This is what my thought was. This is what I found on the internet, or this could be a possible thing that we do. And then we bring it together and then we talk about it. That's not just like with my boo. That's just how I approach everything. I hate when people just bring a problem or bring an issue or ask a question. It's like, well, okay, like
what's the solution? We work on this thing.
Yeah, like let's bring your shit with you, and then we'll have a conversation, figure out. It's like, well, actually, sounds like you really got this figured out. What do you need from me? Cool, or like that sounds like a terrible idea.
All right, Bikini, you over there cheesing a lot. What you thinking? Because you're cheesing hard. Bikini, you cheesing hard. So what you thinking?
Oh, it's definitely a hybrid. Because there's certain times where you like, it's a mix. Because there's certain times you might be like, I feel like a kitten tonight. Tonight I just feel like laying, I just want to be spoiled. I want to be pampered. I just want to be touched. And some nights you're like, yeah, did you know that I was standing right here? That's right. It just happens. It depends. It all depends. And I like that. I was watching, what is that called? Couples Retreat, and they were talking to the young lady Delicious. Now we all know Delicious from Flavor of Love, Flavor Flav. Yes. And so, and her husband is the guy from the 5 men that were locked up in
That's right.
York. Yes.
Okay, yes.
So you would think I would think he would be more, alpha. Turns out she's more alpha. And so she's expressing, I would need for you to be more aggressive. Like I'm always the one that feels like I need to just, tell you, I want you to grab me and push me down on the floor and like pull up my skirt. Like when we were before we got married. So she's talking to him like, as we're married, you've calmed down. And he's like, my thing is that I just want to, it's other things about you now. Yes, I still have that side about me, but you are so alpha and aggressive that you get there before I even get a chance to get there. So it's a hybrid. You got to be able, if your male is feeling like, yeah, today I feel like I want to be aggressive. And you're like, yeah, but I like this kind of aggressive. And he's like, okay, but let me be the man and slap the butt. Don't hold the cheek up for me. Thanks, but I don't need you to hold the cheek up. Let me get there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to give and take. You want to give it, you want to get it. So, I mean, Jay, listen, for you, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You might be the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? You might like it more, you know what I'm saying, in control. But that's just me. Tell us.
That's why I'm so glad I'm not in a relationship with you. I am the total opposite. I enjoy being submissive. I love for a nice man to take charge. However, I believe that you need to get to know the person as you're comfortable with the person. I definitely do believe in that old-fashioned type thing, and that's me, and I love it. However, what I've come to find out, doing what we do, different men that approach me, that's what they want. They want an aggressive female. And when we begin to speak it, I let them know that that's not me. It's like, that's what they want, the person on stage. And I'm trying to explain to you, that's what I am on stage all the time. Why do you think I want to be that same way in a relationship? Like, at some point, I don't necessarily think that it's a part of me that I put on. I just think it's a part of me that I expose more. So I'm not going to say, why would I have to take that off? But why do I have to play into that stuff? Like, sometimes I just want to be soft and quiet. And I'm a big chick and I enjoy being soft and quiet. Do it, Daddy. Do it.
See?
However, some nights I will scratch your back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
See, I think it's going to be a 2 and 2 because I am with, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about me? Am I the aggressor or am I the submissive? What do you think? Remember, I got eye darts.
Okay, so let's lead with that.
Honestly, I was thinking somewhat of the aggressor. That's one of the reasons why I brought the question up, because I feel as though you want to definitely be the one that's in charge, and you kind of want to lead the way, and you want to be bothered when you want to be bothered. So,
That's
because
good.
you don't want nobody to wake you up.
I like it. I like it. What do you think, Nicole? Let's see.
I was gonna say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like it just, or maybe, and I could be wrong. It could be like a, once it's on and popping, it's on and popping kind of thing. Like control up into the point, like it's like, okay, if we chose to do this, like it's going down, and maybe that's when, I don't know. That's my thought. Possibly.
Okay. I love it. How about you, Bikini? What do you think?
I'm thinking it's a skate to the other side, because you have explained to us the J that they must go through, that you must be presented with. That in of itself is the dominant side. And I think that once they have satisfied all of those things, you become submissive.
That's what I think. Yeah.
She is correct. I am definitely the submissive in the relationship. I don't call it stupid. It's just, I don't want to think about all of that stuff. I've been forced to be a strong Black woman all this time, and I'm good. I got my part in. So I want to be taken care of. And I hate when men say, well, what do you mean financially? I'm like, okay, when you get a dog and you have to take care of it, you got to take care of everything. It doesn't. So what are you saying? I deserve less than a dog? Why would you ask me that question?
We're bogus.
Right. Like,
well,
I'm
long
not,
as your mind like all you a bee.
right. So all I'm saying is I am definitely submissive, but I don't support stupid. So when you go to do some stupid stuff, you by yourself. And I might be there to help you. I might not, depending on if I got bail money, and depending on if I told you not to do it or not. So I am definitely submissive, but I'm with you, Jay Monet. I think it's a woman's responsibility to know who she's giving this power to.
Come on now.
Because it's a big power to wield.
Come on.
I watched my brother marry my sister. I watched my mom marry my dad. I watched my best friend.
I'm sorry, you said you watched your brother marry your sister?
My brother. Okay.
I just nodded.
I'm sorry.
My brother.
I'm sorry.
In-law.
My brother-in-law, because I love him that much, and we were raised together. Like his mom used to baby us, and so he's a childhood friend. So I consider him my brother. But when my brother-in-law married my sister,
there we go.
I just seen that this is the way it was supposed to be. So my sister is a rock star wife. My mom was a rock star wife. Happy birthday, Miss Sharon. She was a rock star wife. And I am bred of that cloth of a rock star wife. I just got to be careful who I wield that power to. So totally submissive. But if I see you messing up, I'm gonna come in and shake it up.
However, isn't that what a good woman is supposed to do?
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
Isn't that what she's supposed to do? I mean, with love. I didn't say necessarily gently or harshly, with love and respect. But isn't that what she's supposed to do, as the man should? And I'm not saying try to put your hands on somebody, again, with love and respect. And it's because you trust that person that if they're sharing and telling you something, it's not, to your deficit. It's not only for your benefit, but if we're together, it's for our benefit. So why would I tell you anything that's not going to help us do well? Like, huh?
That is it.
Mind blown.
I am definitely the submissive, and I don't mind it, because submissive doesn't mean stupid. Just means I'm tired of being the strong Black woman. Of those 3 verbs, I'm only the Black woman.
Come on now. And y'all heard that on the Real Shit, No Joke show. Why? Because we are real shit, no joke, y'all. Like, real. You gotta appreciate it. We appreciate y'all honesty. We appreciate y'all realness. We appreciate y'all rawness. We appreciate y'all sensitivity. We appreciate y'all time. We appreciate y'all energy. We hope that y'all continue to come back. We ask God to continuously give harmony in your life. We wish you nothing but the best of health. And we ask that y'all stay humorous while this whole process is happening. What? I had to put them H's in there because we ain't doing H's.
Okay,
Bikini, vote that.
homie. Okay, homie. Go ahead, homie. I saw that. Okay.
Me through that. All right, guys. So let everybody know how to reach you. What's your tags? And if you have anything you want to promote that's coming up.
I just drew a blank, but you guys can reach me at Sauce in the City. It's on the screen right there. On Facebook, that's where I hang out. I'm pretty sure I'm all over the place, but Facebook is where I hang out. You guys can also look me up, Brenda Brown. It's a generic name, but I'm there because I do a lot of posting, so I'm sure I'll pop up to the top. Shout out to my whole Sauce in the City gang, Jay Monet, Bikini, Nicole, Sadior Radio. Okay, Sadior Radio. Yep, all of you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to your listeners today, tomorrow, and beyond. And just know you guys are perfect just the way you are. And I'm talking to the people who are tuning in. You guys are perfect just the way you are. Keep tuning in, keep coming back. Great show, ladies. Like, I'm addicted already, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope to like link up with all of you guys. So I appreciate
so people
it.
that don't know, I don't know if she actually said it, but she actually produced shows. So comedians, if you actually want to be on the show, make your presence known. Everybody not gonna come knocking at your door finding you. Sometimes you got to go out and search and find somebody and connect. Nikki, Nick, what's going on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can find me all over the place, but Instagram is really where people seem to like me. You can find me, Nicole Phoenix on all the things. I mentioned the comment section, which is coming back through Assemble New York, I think is the name. They're helping me promote the show and produce it. That'll be happening June 18th. So that's Juneteenth weekend. It's gonna be lit. And then tomorrow, if you're in New York City and you want to see what Eat Your Beats is all about, it's gonna be at Asylum Improv, and you can see all that information on Instagram as well. Thank y'all for having me on the show.
Oh, we appreciate you being here. Now, is that going to be live that you can stream it, or do you not know?
So it's most certainly going to be streamed, but I would love to have a little intimate outdoor situation. I think both of you have been to my outdoor shows before. Such a vibe before the cicadas and the lantern flies eat us. Bye. I'll see you later. I'm literally ending the show. Okay. Bye.
All right. Thanks for coming out, everybody. God bless you.
You got any right?
Bye, boo. Sorry.
You have to start using
Happy birthday, Miss Sharon.
That's
again,
going to be the closer right there.
Right.
Right there. How about that?
Right there. Right there.
Sorry.
And
Listen, somebody else's
got
bedroom.
one Nicole closing out. We got one Nicole who is not here, our co-host, Nicole Spain, and moving in her house today, which is why she could not be with us. So congratulations to Nicole. We love you. There are some definite things I want to say to you both. I want to thank you for coming onto the show. Sauce in the City, nice to have you now part of the Sister Circle. And Miss Nicole Phoenix, comment section, you and your beautiness and ray of sunshine. Always.
Oh, thank you.
We thank you, and I'm glad that you were able to share with our viewers. Miss J. Monet, do you have anything coming up that you need to share with our listeners before we go?
Actually I do. But as I tell y'all all the time, you need to watch Philly events every day and see what events is going on, whether they're in person or online. And if you have anything that you want me to share, definitely reach out. Philly events with J. Monet Just Laugh. Other than that, we definitely thank our man behind the curtain, our Charlie, which is Mark 5 and Sadior Radio. We thank our Sadior podcast. Would you stop? Our Sadior podcast listeners, YouTube watchers, Instagram watchers, Facebook watchers, our anchor listeners, and to all that come across this platform. Stay encouraged. You know what we're going to say. Make a memory happen today because
Today
tomorrow is not
is not
promised.
promised.
And don't let nothing or no
Or
one,
nobody.
including your damn self, get in your way. We love y'all guys and appreciate you. Continue to do well and great things in life. Thank y'all again for being a part of this. Have a fantastic night. We out.
Good night, everybody.
We out. We're still live, but we're out. But we're live, but we're out.